everyone. This is Mrs. Miller, and I wanted to share a story called The Cat and the Bird. It's a children's book that was inspired by artist Paul Klee, who we're talking about this week. The author is Geraldine Elshner, and the illustrator is Peggy Nill. The Cat and the Bird. As I go through the story, I'd like you to really pay attention to the colors and the shapes that Paul Klee was famous for. The illustrator here was inspired by his work. Follow the movement of the lines, and there's that beginning cat. Here we go. I had everything I needed to be happy in my house with the blue shutters. I had a cozy basket, warm milk, and toys, grass to nibble on, and a shiny tag on my collar with my name engraved on it. But my perfect house was a gilded cage. It was locked up tight. The key turned around twice. There's a bird. So from morning to evening, and from evening to morning, I sat by the window and dreamed. The garden outside was so beautiful, wonderfully beautiful. When I closed my eyes tight, I could sense the scent of the chestnuts, the red leaves of autumn, the soft carpet of moss beneath my paws, and murmuring of the stream. And high up in the treetop, you. How beautifully you sang. How deliciously beautiful. For ages, I would listen to you and lick my lips. I have to admit, I wanted to catch you very much. One stroke of my claws, a snap of the teeth, and crack. I felt I could already taste you in my mouth, completely, forever. Notice here, remember this face, because we're going to be working with that as we do our drawing this week. But follow the line, and you see the birdies flying along. It shows movement in stories. But something inside me was even stronger than the urge to devour you. Deep inside, I envied you. You were free to fly forever, wherever you wanted, to come and go as you pleased. You were free, and I was captive. So my friends, when you envy someone, sometimes you feel like you don't have what others have, and you wonder what it would be like to have that. So I devoured you only with my eyes, and then I called out to you. Hello, bird. Your beak is so sharp. You can bore holes into the tree trunks. Why don't you peck at the bars of my prison? You answered me with a song. A cat in a cage, what a funny sight. But would I be wise to help you? How can I be sure that you won't eat me up? I looked at you straight in the eyes and said, I give you my word, plain and simple, and a promise is a promise. This was enough for you. Peck, peck. Without a moment's hesitation, you began to peck away the bars of my cage. And soon I was free, scampering after you on the roof of my house with the blue shutters. Where's those blue shutters? There they are. Bounding from the tower to the bridge, and from the bridge to the chimney, I sprang to the edge of the horizon, and there I danced for joy in the moonlight. I love this spread of the book. A spread is just 2 pages that are opened up. Look at all the blue and greens, the cool colors, and then I also see some pinks and oranges and reds and yellows, which are warm colors. Thank you, little bird. I will never forget you. Your image will always be engraved in my memory, completely, forever. Cat and the Bird. Actually, it's Cat and Bird, painted by Paul Klee. This is a famous oil painting by Paul Klee. It's really large on the page. Look how large that cat's face is. And then you see the bird on the top of his head. So I think the story is about those two characters, and Paul Klee's art inspired the author and the illustrator. I want to go back to this last spread. So the cat and the bird became friends because even though the cat thought he wanted to eat him, he decided that because he helped him, that he might just be friends instead. So now, before I close the story, can you please look at the shapes of the eyes, the heart nose, the triangle above the heart, the long whiskers that are lines, and the bird shapes. Keep those in your memory. Close the book. The Cat and Bird by Paul Klee. Thanks for listening.